So what exactly is seed therapy? So if you know, like, a seed we use in seed therapy, the medicine is basically your seeds. So just to give you a brief introduction, a seed has all the potential or all the knowledge of what a tree has or what the fruits of the tree has, because it's from the seed the tree grows and then it bears the fruits. So the seed has each and every knowledge, each and every content of tree and its fruits. And that's what, in natural medicine, when you take Ayurveda or anything, they give you herbal medicines which are made up of plants. So we are using seeds here. So this seed therapy is a Korean technique, and the founder is Park Jae-woo. He is the founder of seed therapy. It's also known as Sujok. So this is all what we all have, the anatomy, the organs, different organs that we have in our body. So what this gentleman discovered was that each and every organ of your body is connected to your hand. So all the meridians from each and every organ, they come to your hand. So by only in seed therapy, we only use one hand, and we will teach you how to actually work on each and every organ. You can work on your entire body just by your hand. You don't have to go anywhere else, only by your hand. So in seed therapy, we will teach you how to work on your hand, which point corresponds to which organ. So we will tell you about your each and every organ in your body on the hand. So we will train you for that. Then we will train you how to diagnose the point where to work on for any particular health issue, any health challenge, everything on the hand. How beautiful is that? It's like a switchboard. So your entire DBs, how you have different fuses, this is your fuse board. Or which fuse has gone wrong, you will know only by working on your hand to heal any challenge. So this is how we will teach you. We'll tell you your entire body on your hand, and we will provide you with a tool. Just show them the tool. So we'll provide you with a tool, and we will train you how to use this tool to find out where to work on. So that is what will be taught in the class. And then we will also teach you not only how to find the issue, then we will teach you how to cure it. So what has to be exactly, what has to be done, which seed has to be applied. We'll talk a lot about the qualities of the seed, how to find out which seed will benefit you. So we will talk a hell lot of stuff about these. And then we will teach you a schedule, how it has to be applied, for how long, for how many days, and how to also come to know that whether an issue is fully healed or not, because sometimes what happens is that the symptoms disappear very fast. But we will also teach you how to know that the problem is still needing more attention. So this is all about seed therapy. Show them the protocols.
Just a minute. I think Ufrish is having some trouble with the audio. Is anybody else having problems? I can hear perfectly clearly. Everyone can hear?
Got it now. In between, it went away.
Okay, Ufrish. All right. I didn't want you to miss any part of this.
So this is the point that I used for my hypertension. My blood pressure would really go very high, and one pill I would miss, and it would make a difference in my body. And the worst part was that I got used to high blood pressure, so there were no symptoms that, okay, some people have headache or something, but my blood pressure would just go, I would still feel normal. So that is the most dangerous thing to have, like, if there's no symptom. So that was me. And this guy, he told me, he pressed, when I met him first time, he just pressed this and I screamed. So then I fought with him. I said, you are a man and you're pressing it so hard. if you press any lady's finger that hard, she would scream. And he told me, no, this is your point that is blocked. I said, no, the way you have pressed gently. Then Brinda was also with me. He took Brinda's hand and he applied the same pressure, and she's like, what? Nothing, what? She's saying like that. And I screamed when he pressed this point. I'm like, oh, is that? So that was my introduction to this. So we will teach you exactly how to diagnose the point in the class. So in my case, I just applied one black pepper. I started sharing with those who learn seed therapy. So we share these type of protocols off and on, so that you are good with it. We support you with that. So this is the point which I used. And within no time, the BP started going towards the lower side. And I have my blood pressure at this age is exactly 120/80, or actually it stays to 77 to 80, not more than that. So how awesome is that? Only by just one black pepper, I healed. So this is one story. Would you like to tell something? Yeah. That's Brinda's slide. She has something to tell you.
For me, I have a lot of not a lot of. So sometimes when I get up from the bed or in the morning, I have a backache. Or when I'm traveling on long flights, then my shoulder and my backache, my back starts paining. So what I do is before traveling, then I'll do a preemptive application of peppercorns on my hand, and so I travel 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. And so by the end of my flight, I have absolutely no pain. I'm perfectly okay. And the same, like I did it for like about a month or so. I applied peppercorns for my back, and so now when I get up from the bed in the morning, I absolutely have no issue at all. So this is for lower back pain. We've had, I also use it for my little ones. So my little one is 11, and they're basically at this age where, they go to school, or not now, but they were going to school, and they get a lot of these colds, coughs, and, whatever is transmitted, like this immune system. So just an
right
application.
hand, apply peppercorn.
Sorry. Is somebody wanting to say something? I'll just mute everything. I was talking about the colds and coughs right now. What we do is we apply, so rice is a very good application to put on the lungs. So what rice does, it actually removes all the inflammation and the infection, or the mucus that is stuck in the lungs, and draws it out. So all the cough and the cold and everything. So very, very great application of rice on the lungs. I've seen this many times. We've done this many times for a lot of people where they've had a lot of coughs, colds, and they've gone to doctors, taken set of antibiotics, taken cough and cold medicine, and not gone. Just this one small application for our kids, or for ourselves or family members, is such an awesome, great tool to have.
So I remember one time my sister lives in Canada, and she called me and she said, you know what, I went for this checkup and I have been diagnosed with this thyroid imbalance. And so I told her that her imbalance was not big, but that doctors did put her on medication. So I told her, don't start the medication. Can you wait? Okay, you just went to the doctor and got diagnosed. But before that, you were so can you wait for 15 days? She said, yes, of course, I can wait for 3 months also if you are doing something for me. I said, I am not going to do anything for you, but you will do it for yourself. And I told her to use certain set of seeds on a certain positions. And she did it for, actually, she did it for almost 1.5 months regularly. And actually, she knew her symptoms that were coming on behalf of thyroid imbalance. So the moment she did that, it started disappearing, those symptoms. and then she used it for almost 1.5 months to 2 months, and then she went back for a checkup because I said don't leave it like unattended. She went back for a checkup, and then there was nothing. The thyroid was absolutely in balance. So she never took medication for thyroid, only on account of, although we know other techniques also, but this was such an easy way of sometimes you find it hard to do healing sessions for yourself, and but this is like just application of a seed, and it takes you like application takes you what, 2 minutes, and that's it. So it's like a 2 minutes job, a homemade therapy in a way, because the tools are all in your kitchen. So this is how it worked for her. Your dad?
Yeah, so my dad actually has a heart issue, and he'd basically gone to the doctor, and I mean, he's 85 years old. So the doctor said he put a last stent, and he said, I couldn't put it properly. So you have to be really, really careful. So I basically told him to put the apple seed. And my parents are not believers of all this work, but because this therapy is so easy, and because they can do it themselves, and they don't worry me, they don't, because they live in Australia, they feel they worry me if they ask me for any session, but they actually feel empowered themselves doing this. So he basically started putting the apple seed on the heart, and he did that like for 3 months. But he's like he would tell me, I don't feel any difference, I don't feel any difference, do you think it's working? And I'm like, whatever it is, just do it. It's okay. Then after that, like after 2 months, he applied very religiously. Then he said, then I said, okay, now just let it be. We'll see. So when he went for his checkup, the doctor said, oh, you're in very good health. Uh, like like even better than what he had told him before. So then I said, oh, see, the heart seat works now. Now, like this is where like the validation came. Like we don't know what's inside our body, but just the application of that seed when you go to sleep in the night is such an easy thing to have and do. And so now I told him, you continue and do like, a few couple of days off and a couple of days on. So now he religiously does that. So even like parents' health, you can empower them to basically look after themselves, because this is such an easy way, literally the easiest method I have seen. Like I have learned a lot, both Charu and me basically learn a lot in alternative healing and love to learn a lot of things, and we teach a lot of other things. But the seed therapy seems to be the most easiest therapy, and even kids can do it. Like I thought my cousin's daughter was having stomach pain, and so we put the seeds for her on her stomach area, and she immediately felt comfort. So the next time she got a pain, she told her mom, can you put these, can you put them for me? Like just 11-year-old telling her mother. So this is the beauty of this therapy. Very easy to apply, very easy to do, and you can empower everyone in your home to even do the same thing.
So for those who join late, when we are saying we apply seed on the heart, not on the physical heart or not on the stomach area, we are only applying everything on the hand. Not so there's a correspondence point on the hand for the heart, for stomach, for each and every organ. That is where we are applying. So we are only using a hand to do the treatment and the seed.
What we can do now is open the floor for questions. If anybody has any questions or would like to.
I have a question. So how does the seed therapy, how can peppercorn help in lower back pain? Is it like energy follows thoughts? Because if we kind of start thinking that, okay, if I do this, I'm going to heal myself. So, and there's another saying, which is like energy follows thoughts, right? So if it's like you are healing yourself by having that belief. So is it that, or how does the peppercorn, what does
like her dad, he didn't even actually believe in this therapy when he worked on his heart. He just did it because he had no choice, because he was having this heart issue, and the medically maximum treatment was being already given 3-4 times. Stent was changed, and there's no more possibility of working on that. When I put peppercorn, I remember I didn't believe it in that. I was like, I kept asking him, and I thought we had some language barrier, because he said, do it for 3-4 days now, 3-4 days now. And I was like, how long? Like, what are you talking? Like 3-4 days? Unbelievable. Like it was literally unbelievable. So it's not that. The theory, again, I tell you, is each and every meridian of each and every organ comes onto your heart. So what you are diagnosing is you are finding that point, that meridian on the position of that organ where you want to work on. And then the seed that you are using, as I told you, has all the qualities of that tree. So they have these healing properties. So like, for instance, black pepper is anti-inflammatory.
Okay.
So just to give you an example, so the black pepper that I use is has a quality of anti-inflammation. So when you apply black pepper on a meridian which is connected to your cervicals, so for hypertension, like because we talk so much about it, so if I give you a full anatomy about that, hypertension is due to some inflammation in your cervicals.
Yeah.
So what he did was he asked me to put the black pepper on the cervical point. So when I put the black pepper, it pressed that point in such a way that it removes the inflammation. So it's like, you asking me that this bulb in my living room has got fuse, but how come the fuse board, when you change the fuse, which is outside your house, this light ups? Because there's a connection between the two. So the moment you repair the fuse, which is out, the fuse board is outside your house, the entire circuit gets repaired.